Look how quick I mean, obviously it's a different extremity, but it's within the same realm. Bro was so humiliated that he offed himself. Why aren't we humiliating the girls that do the same shit? Women are allowed to be predators. Now that's the title of this video. I don't agree with it, but I've been seeing this topic being talked about a lot of times, and I do believe there's some issues that we need to address. We catch a lot of men doing a lot of nasty shit and we hold them accountable very quickly, but there's a lot of shit going on with the women that we don't really hold accountable for. So I did go ahead and find this video made by Love Halal, and I guess he made a video talking about it. So make sure you grab your snap and let's hop right into the video.
I'm gonna be the one to say it. Women are low-key allowed to be preds. Hear me out. Growing up, I know you and me both heard of those disturbing stories of teachers grabbing, fondling, and messing around with one or more of the students. And every single time, a creepy male history teacher every time, by the way, and a female student were caught in the act of reproduction, we always were on the exact same page about these things being very, very weird. But for some odd reason, whenever it spun around in a 360, and only this time, the teacher is a female and the student is a male, things are not reacted to in the same way at all. I want you to take a look at this headline right here from not even 24 hours ago. New Jersey teacher was arrested after she allegedly R-worded an 11-year-old student, resulting in her becoming pregnant with the student's child. The students, along with his siblings, were routinely living with the teacher after the parents befriended her. She kept the child a secret for years. This is the face of an absolute criminal. Ignore the straight...
We are 50 seconds into this video. Ew!
Hair and bright smile. We should all be on the same page that this is a PDF. Why couldn't I have teachers like her? Why doesn't this ever happen to me? Always the hot ones.
Notice the comments. Okay, when it's a woman, notice how society's like, damn, she should have been my teacher. She would like as y'all can see right here. Everybody starts cracking jokes about it, like, damn, I wish she was my teacher. I wish she was blah, 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 like, damn. But roles reversed, if it was a male teacher and an 11-year-old girl, and the 11-year-old girl got pregnant, a different story, right? This is a serious, serious thing, bro. No matter the gender, we need to hold each side accountable. Dead ass. Because that shit is disgusting, bro. And you over here sitting and laughing and shit, bro. I used to laugh at this shit too, but that shit is weird, my nigga.
Where were these women when I was in school? 3,000 likes. Mind you, they are talking about an 11-year-old child sleeping with somebody who's like 35 years old. Again, this post is not even a day old. 15 hours ago. This is not just some phenomenon, all right? It's not just this post. It's this post right here. Someone always got to mess it up for the class. She really is the coolest teacher. High school teacher accused of sleeping with student and told the victim her husband was not satisfying her at home. That's a real education he's getting. She was just teaching the kids. Missouri math teacher was arrested on 4 warrants for messing around with a 16-year-old student. The father of the teenager was also arrested for knowing about the relationship and not reporting to the police. As a father, and you didn't report this to the police, put your child up for the adoption centers ASAP. If your daughter, 15-year-old daughter, was sleeping...
Wait, hold on. I know I'm pausing again. Be honest. Yo son, you got a son in high school. Teacher bad as hell. And you know that he's 16 and he messing with his teacher. You gonna report it to the police? Now let me tell y'all what I'll do personally. Morally, this is incorrect. It's obviously weird as hell. If I'm being honest, I'm not saying it's the right thing to do. I don't think I would report it to the police, but I would definitely explain to my son that it's weird as hell, and I would probably go to the teacher and be like, I don't know, I'd probably tell the school or some shit, because that is weird as hell. But you ain't gonna lie, bro. You gonna clap up your son and be like, damn, my nigga, you did that shit, my nigga. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not saying it's right, but that's just me. But it's definitely not just going to be kept in acting. I'm not going to act like it's just another relationship my son's having. Because if you really think about it, back in the day, bro, like, it wasn't irregular for 16-year-olds to get married and mess around and stuff. And you know what I'm saying? Like, and I messed with some older women when I was that age too. So I wasn't, and being 16, you know damn well what the hell's going on. Now, 11-year-old, different story.
with some 35-year-old dude who looks like Asmongold, your ass would immediately cause a halt, all right? Where is this double standard coming from? The dad after getting arrested also. The dad when he found out. Big dog. This should have been me, Black Sasuke. We do not blame the kid or the father. Who is we? Are we speaking French here? Based on the post that we just saw and our observations of the world around us, we can definitely say people do not take female PDFs seriously. You mean to tell me that if you had a 15-year-old son and he was reproducing with a 4-year-old woman, you would dap bro up and say, that's my boy, that's my son, that's the man I raised. Y'all need to be put on some type of watch list. CPS, all right? CPS. I'm calling. You will never see, and if you do see it, it's very, very rare, grown adults saying that a girl getting into it with teachers is lucky, bro. And I think the deeper issue hidden within society that we're discovering today is that when boys or males are victims, it's almost as if it doesn't matter at all. People will literally tell victims that they are lucky or fortunate to have been touched by a woman, even if it's unconsensually. And before anybody gets to yapping away in the comment section, yes, I know the percentages of this happening to men are significantly lower than when it happens to women. But what I am saying is that just because it doesn't happen as often doesn't mean it doesn't happen at all. I personally know multiple guys who have been violated at the hands of a woman at early ages, and they recall feeling shame or embarrassment to even report it because they were made to feel like they should be proud of this. They should be happy. They should feel lucky that a woman dared to bless them with the touch of their hand. They were coerced, conditioned, and people often made them feel like they were supposed to like it. Brief intermission. Please make sure you subscribe to the channel. We are on the road to around 100K. Sorry to interrupt the video. Back to the video. Now, schools aside, I feel like we can transition into the conversation of content creators because there are plenty of women who try to take advantage of young boys and don't really face any repercussions. Our first case study of today is a woman by the name of Bonnie Blue. She is famous for being the woman who took 1,000 men in one day, and that is not what we're going to be talking about today. The other day, I was reacting to a video of her trying to find these said 1,000 men, and she said some very, very questionable things. Roll the clip.
And I know exactly what I'm doing.
It's no secret, I'm the girl that slept with over 100 barely legal 18-year-olds at Nottingham for Freshers Week.
I just wondered, I can't see it on the menu, but where do I get the 5 guys from? The 5 guys. I didn't know if there was like a special room where you can...
You fucking thought bitch.
I can hand you a menu if you want.
Are you on it?
No, I'm not.
Oh, that's a shame.
Like, how is that not straight up solicitation?
She didn't even check to see if bro was 18 and up or not. Bro, most niggas working in that establishment or like that kind of service, you know, customer service, just like in one of my old videos, they're teenagers, bro. Like, a lot of them are in high school. So the fact that she just went in, I mean, I get it. I get the joke if she was joking and stuff. But it's like, the dude look like, he don't look, bro, there's even motherfuckers that are 16, 15 that look like they 20. My little cousin, right? He's only a year younger than me. He looked 10 years older than me, bro. Like, and he looked like a grown ass man. He looked like, bro, he was 15 going on 30, bro. Looking like he had a whole family at home. Like, bro, these women need to be held accountable, my nigga. And 100 niggas in one night.
Okay, so you kind of think you're going to stop me sleeping with your sons, but I know my right.
Can you imagine the amount of people that are like, yo, bro, why'd you reject it? There's definitely people like 100%. The manager's trying to make a nice minimum wage check, and she had her talking about getting 5 dudes deep inside of him. She doesn't bother to ask bro for his age. She says she plans to sleep with people's sons. Like, what? If a grown man was going up to women in a cash register saying they wanted young girls and to sleep with your...
My last video about the gooner that off themselves, bruh, at the Bikini Weenies, Weenie Hot Junior, whatever it was called. My nigga, look how quick I mean, obviously it's a different extremity, but it's within the same realm. Bro was so humiliated that he offed himself. Why aren't we humiliating the girls that do the same shit?
Your daughters, you don't think they would face any type of backlash? Oh, trust me, yes they would. Buddy would be on every FBI watch list faster than the United Healthcare CEO killer. I mean, we kind of seen something similar with the Goonicide video where bro went viral and was labeled as a pred, rightfully so. Creators like EDP, Giddy, etc. faced lots of backlash, and in some cases they were even banned from certain platforms, which I believe is completely justified. Meanwhile, there are people like Sienna May who still have a illustrious content creation career. Long story short, this woman right here ended up essaying some dude live on camera, right? She was riding bro while he was completely unconscious. This story took place in like 2021-ish, and 4 years later she decided to make an explanation video, which...
This was his brother that filmed it. If I genuinely was like sexually assaulting him in this moment, why would his brother film it? They're both like 6'2", 6'3", like they're big guys, 180 pounds. I'm 5'2", and
Cause they could flip the story. They could flip the story, bro. And listen, I don't like bringing race into a lot of things, bro. But a lot of I'm saying this because I say this to a lot of my friends and a lot of people that are around me, bro. Being a man in general and being a black man at that, I refrain from doing a lot of shit because I know how the story could be took. I know how the story could get flipped. I know how shit could be told. Because I grew up in Dade County, bro, and it's majority Hispanics, white women, white people in general, bro. So I already know I got to stay in my lane and I just got to keep staying 10 toes down whenever I'm in a certain situation, bro. So her trying to say, oh, her brother's like 6'2", whatever. So the gentleman that she SA'd was actually another white man. Bro, anybody puts hands on a female, it don't matter, like, in what context it is, bro, especially they were in an environment of a party. She could have flipped the story and said that she was getting SA'd. You feel what I'm saying? Bro, we need to hold these women accountable. Like, damn.
way less than that. Until now, I've always been innocent. I've never been to jail. I've never
Holy
been
shit.
on any kind of registry list. Basically, we were like, would this hold up? Like, would this hold up as proof in a sexual assault case? And he was like, absolutely not. It doesn't really matter if like the 13-year-olds on TikTok disagree. People made this out to be a crime, but there was no crime ever committed. And this only lived on social media.
You can be the judge of if you believe this or not, but I don't know. If this is canceled, this is the type of cancel I want to be. 3 million views, 1 million views, millions of views, millions of views, millions of views, million. Not only are there preds who go crazy even after being caught, there are women predators who make their entire content about being a predator. Let me introduce you to Amber Unavailable.
Who wants to touch Amber's pickle?
Sticking Mikey yacht at the school bus.
Weird.
There's probably children, so I cannot cut. But babe, it's never gonna fit. Take that! Now get in my yacht!
In public with other shoppers around you. Motherfuckers have no shame, bro. Go get a job, all right? This content creation stuff is not for you. Now, another form of predation that I've heard of in recent years is the child support method, where older women will specifically try to find men who are making that money. Usually athletes or sometimes musicians. For example, Jalen Green. So here is Jalen Green, very good NBA player.
God.
Shout out to bro, and his girlfriend, Drea Michelle. Nothing looks out of the ordinary until you realize that this man is 22 years old and she is 39. 17-year age gap, so that means she was 17-year-old and he was 0. He was 5 years old and she was 22. He was 10 and she was 27. It gets even worse. See, when you're 39 years old and your boyfriend is 22, that means you might have had previous relationships, and that is the case for her, all right? She had a son, and you wouldn't guess how old that son is. Drea Michelle, 39, takes her 22-year-old son to watch her 22-year-old NBA boyfriend play. Your boyfriend and your son are the same age? Guys, what is happening? I would be...
I'd off myself. I'm not gonna lie. And listen, I have a young mother. My mother, I'm 23 years old. My mother is 42. My mom and I have a relationship to where we are basically like best friends. If my mom were to ever date anybody even remotely close to my age, anybody in their 20s, anybody in their lower 30s, because I'm cool with people in their lower 30s, I would off myself. I'm not even gonna lie. And that's coming from, like, I'm not even joking. That shit would fuck me up, bro. I know everybody has their own opinion on shit like this, but that shit is fucked, bro. No cap. Like, I understand everybody needs their happiness and all that stuff, but my nigga, that's weird. Drea Michelle, you are weird.
Damned if my stepdad is the same age as me, bro. Like, is her son calling bro dad? Bro? Brother? How do you not see yourself as a weirdo for dating somebody the same age as your son? Answer that, Drea. Answer that. Please. Please. I want to know. Low-key grooming on the low, like low-key. And this phenomenon is not a coincidence. I've seen people like Brittany Renner openly admit to trapping dudes by getting pregnant and having a child on child support for the next 18 years.
There's a 12-year age gap is what we're talking about. If I'm 30 years old and I'm talking to your son that's 12 years younger than me, what's the problem?
I was 26 when I met him. You're old enough to ride this ride. You want to f*** me. You want to
me raw. So why are we babying men who make decisions for themselves?
Like, people will pretty much openly admit to being a pred and nobody bats an eye. And I've always wondered why this is the case. So this is the time where we get into the psychology of the issue. Female offenders are often overlooked. Males are not socialized to report victimization. Their physiological responses can also confuse the issue of consent, leaving them puzzled to explain how. If an erection was present, there was still abuse. Ooh, interesting. Okay, so basically the dilemma is a lot of men feel like, or are conditioned to feel like, if they were hard, basically, does it count? Did I like it or did I not? I kind of understand what they're trying to say and why it could be confusing, because your body is telling you kind of yes, but your mind is telling you no. Either way, it's unconsensual, it's disgusting, it's weird. I wasn't able to find a whole lot of information about why this might occur, so I'm gonna ask my friends what they think. So I am here with the one and only YXL Sala, and I got a couple questions. All right, so do you feel like male victims of female predators are often dismissed?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, now why do you think that is? Just curious.
Because they bad as hell. People view them as bad as hell, and because they view them as bad, they're like, oh, shit, I would want a girl like that to come on to me. They disregard all of that.
And do you agree with that line of thinking?
Hell no. Hell no.
Okay. In my opinion, people give women a pass simply because they're ignorant. Some women will have that get that bag sis attitude, and women can do no wrong.
So have we noticed that when men go for younger women, it's disgusting, it's creepy, but if a woman goes for a younger man, cougar, goals, wow, good for her, she deserves it.
And men are often just very lustful and freaky. They are bird brains who are unable to notice anything problematic, because if she bad, that's all that matters. Again, speaking of that Goonicide video, I know damn well if it was a BBL baddie who pulled up to the drive-thru of dudes, I promise you we would have never seen that video to this day. We are lucky to have a woman stumble through the drive-thru undressed. The bottom line is, men need to see past lust and recognize creeps for what they are. Creeps. A weirdo is a weirdo regardless of gender. And here is an underlying issue that I've noticed. Most of the people who are empowering these creeps, saying that they're lucky, saying that they wish they were them, are all men. Men will make you feel bad for not liking it. Men will make you feel like you're lucky if you got this happen to you. Why don't y'all keep secrets? Why don't y'all just not say anything? Meanwhile, at the same time, the same motherfuckers will say, oh, men's mental health matters. Why aren't we talking about men's mental health? Gang, you cannot claim to care about men's mental health at the same time as you minimize the effects of grip on a man just because they're a man. Just because she's smaller in stature on average and the dude is bigger and he's larger. No, bro. Like, even me, I don't even want to get too specific, but there are people who send me DMs talking about some, oh, I know I'm too old for you and you're too young for me and I'm a cougar. Brr. Like, I'm not even kidding. I didn't respond, but being able to leave posts like this in public comment sections shows how normalized this behavior is and how people don't think it's weird. And if for some reason you've watched this entire video and you still don't believe this is a real issue, I urge you to look in the comment section of this specific video. Yes, the video you're watching of me talking to you right now. You will find multiple men in the comments explaining their stories of how things happen to them by a woman. Trust me, I promise you, you'll find multiple. This stuff can be extremely traumatic, disgusting, and is often ignored due to women being viewed as some innocent trophy that every man should want at all times. If you don't feel like doing it, you're the weird one. Because if you're not interested, you're the problem, not the victim. Glorifying a pred is glorifying a pred, regardless of if it's a woman, a man, they, them, any type of gender or whatever. Again, if you wouldn't want your young daughter with an old man, you should not want your son with an old woman. If you're the type of person who would say your middle school age daughter should not be with an old man, you also need to say that your teenage son should not be with an old woman. Don't say it's not the same.
All right, man. Yeah. Another great video. Well, it's my first time ever watching him. That was a phenomenal video by Love Halal. Y'all definitely should check him out. I'll definitely leave the link down below to the original video, as I do in all my videos. But yeah, man, I wanted him to get his point across because I want to say, man, I completely wholeheartedly agree with what he's saying. Although I was joking a little bit earlier if my son was with a bad teacher or whatever, but there definitely is double standard. There definitely is double standards that have to be recognized, bro. Like, it is normalized for these women to be preds, bro. Like, and it's definitely something that I think as a community and as men in general, we need to come together and really stand against that shit, bro. Like, I immediately started thinking of something like that I went through. I realized in my life, in the past, whatever, I have been SA'd by 2 females. I never saw it as anything because I also was, I just believed society and thinking like, oh yeah, like whatever, I'm a guy, like I got some, like, oh, it's cool, like whatever, like, and a lot of men would have wished that happened to them. But it wasn't until I met my girl that she was the one that told me like, yo, that's just not right. Like, this happened to you, like that is serious, like blah, blah, blah. And it really made me reflect and think, like, it's totally wrong because even that thing where it's like, yeah, my mind is telling me, yeah, like, I mean, not my mind, my body's like, yeah, like, whatever, you got to soldier out and shit, but in your mind, you didn't want to do that. Like, you know what I'm saying? And the truth is, like, in my situations, I didn't want to do that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I felt like shit after it. I actually, in one of those situations, I actually went to another girl right after to, like, try to make up for the fact that I just did something I didn't want to do the whole time. You know? So it definitely is a major issue that is getting overlooked, just like many other issues in this world. But I don't know, man. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. What do you think? Do you think that we should hold these women more accountable? Or do you think it's not that big a deal and there's just other things that we got to deal with? I don't know, man. Let me know. But if you did enjoy this video, go ahead and leave a like. If you have a video suggestion that you want me to watch in my next video, leave a comment down below as well with the link. If you want to see more content like this, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, but don't forget to hit that notification bell so you'll get notified every single time I drop a banger. And with that, I'm out.